It's me, Ignaz here, to welcome you to the next episode of Warriors of Good Chaos, The Return of Strahd. This is the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition gameplay podcast that follows the Curse of Strahd storyline and features the tales of a motley team of slightly dysfunctional adventurers from across the Forgotten Realms who have joined forces in friendship against evil as the Warriors of Good Chaos. The Warriors of Good Chaos find themselves deep in the basement of the severely haunted house, Durst Manor. It's bad enough that the house is haunted, and we can't leave because we are trapped inside by a magical mist. But it gets worse. It's haunted by the group of a brainwashed and downright evil cultists committing murder, torture, and even cannibalism in the name of the dread Lord, Strahd von Savage. The deeper and deeper we get into the house, the worse it gets. Now, we think we have gotten to the epicenter of the evil that emanates from this place. The heart of the house lies in the basement. We had been following the sound of an invisible group of cultists chanting something in a language we didn't understand. The voices led us to a massive chamber full of disgustingly dirty water, with smooth masonry walls, a mysterious-looking altar in the middle, with strange writing, and what looked like a big steaming pile of garbage piled up against the southern wall. Well, honestly, a big steaming pile of trash would have been preferable to what that pile ended up being. See, as soon as we touched the altar, 13 faceless hooded ghosts swooped down out of nowhere, bearing torches of the fire that burned dark black. They trapped us in the room and kept chanting the words, "One must die." I thought that this was surely the end of us. In the end, we decided that we would fight. But the fight wasn't against the ghosts. It was against the massive, stinking green pile of God knows what that was rotting in the basement. We are the warriors of motherfucking chaos, and we decided that we refuse to let this evil take any more lives in the name of Strahd, or we would die trying. They began to chant, and their chanting evoked the beast from his centuries-long slumber. Now it is staring at us with evil in its eyes and murder in its heart. But we are ready. We have the power of God and mildly annoying pop culture references on our side.
We are the Warriors of Good Chaos.
And this is our story.
Those who met Strahd met something scarier than this. This ominous thing. Towers. It still spreads everywhere. The flesh, the limbs, the parts of plants. It's all connected all together, and it's coming together like in one kind of molting pile of decaying stuff, and it's about to start moving. Cedric.
Cedric still has his hand held out after he clicked his fingers. He looks at the thing that's now on its feet, and he opens up his hand, and then he crunches his hand into a fist, casting Sapping Sting. And I would like a Constitution saving throw, please. It fails, so it takes 3 points of necrotic damage, and it goes prone, giving advantage to anybody who attacks it on this turn. Cedric then backs up a little bit towards Pelagus, taking in the room, and he steps up onto one of the run of stairs. And then, bonus action, Cedric will hide for a natural 1.
He bumps his toe on climbing the stairs and yelps loud yelp, dragging more attention to him than he would be just not even hiding. Though, it's Pelagus' turn as the chant changes one more time. You hear as first in the different dialect, «Конец уже здесь, смерть будет». And it finishes, and it becomes like in the more understandable dialect, "The end has come. Death be praised. The end comes. Death praised." As this thing raising, and after the Cedric, he didn't even raise full as this Cedric made his attack. He seems to be shackled slightly. Pelagus' turn. He's shocked. He's not sure what to do. He's holding the gates, looks at Cedric. "Hey, small one, what we doing?" And he prepares the action.
Cedric will turn and shout out, "Hold the door!"
He nods at, he still continues holding the door and prepares an action. Finn.
Finn is kind of just watching it rise, and she's like horrified, just staring at it, and she just points her finger and she just whispers, "Your mama's so fat, when she skips a meal, the whole stock market drops." And casts vicious mockery on him. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
He fails.
Nice.
He fails! So he has disadvantage on his next attack and takes 3 psychic damage.
As he took 3 psychic damage, you hear another whimper of baby. That is your turn, right? Okay. And now finally, the creature. I think it's gonna stand up fully. Yes, he stands up fully. First of all, trying to avoid the bonfire. What was the DC save?
Hold on, I think the DC save for the bonfire is...
Does it have disadvantage because of vicious mockery?
9, so I think it would have disadvantage on its saving throw.
Psychic damage has disadvantage. Attack roll makes it before his next turn. Just attack.
Ah. So yes, it saves.
Does it get half of the damage?
Hold on, let me find the description. No, it takes no damage.
Somehow it spreads around the bonfire. His flesh spreads around it and not get ignited. The creature stands up.
By being prone, doesn't get disadvantage on the roll, is it?
No.
Ah, that's restraint.
And moves 10 feet towards Crail. As spirits continue chanting, "The end comes! Death be praised! The end comes! Death be praised!" Athletics or acrobatics roll.
It's just trying to grapple me.
Yes.
Are you sure it doesn't want to use its slam attack, DM?
Sure, it tries to. It mechanically is grappled, but it tries to surround you and absorb you. You can try to resist it by athletics or acrobatics roll.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll. Fucking. Okay.
Can I give my inspiration to Crail to give him another reroll?
You can if you want, yes.
I'd like to do that.
Thank you. Okay.
Holy crap!
My god.
One.
Natural 1. Ooh, natural 1, 4, and 2. The creature engulfs you.
No, it doesn't.
No,
It's
it
just an
doesn't.
action to engulf.
Yes, you are correct. He doesn't engulf you, but it grapples you, and it is, yeah, as I said, one square behind it. That is his turn. His turn is finished. Mountain goes into the creature. Yeah, it's an action. Yeah, you're completely correct.
And it can slam attack if it hits both of those. It automatically grapples me. This is my first encounter with one of these bad boys.
I will. You know what? I will throw my inspiration point there. Let's give you one more chance. You can do it, Crail. I know you can do it.
No, but he tried to grapple for now, and that is turn. Hard.
Didn't keep my inspiration point to reroll it?
No, do you want to reroll one more time?
Sure.
You know, for example.
19.
Very close, with no cigars. Still managed to grab you. Righty, hard. What do you do?
We are officially out of inspiration.
That went fast. Now you have Bard.
Well, not this time. I will.
You see, as the creature tries to grab on the Crail and tries to pull him.
I will cast Guiding Bow level 2 on this guy.
Okay. Alright.
Because fuck you in particular.
13 does not hit. Everything is fine. Do you move or that is your turn?
Yeah, that will be my turn. Brace yourself.
Well,
Crail.
shit the bed. Crail is going to attempt to break free with an athletics check.
Righty.
Woo!
Ooh.
Ah!
He manages to break free.
Shoot back down.
Wow, damn.
Bonus action, cast Shield of Faith on myself. And I'm a +2 AC.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. And that is your turn?
Yes. Unfortunately so.
Gnussy cannot run away. Gnussy would like to step 5 feet closer to Crail. And then try to, as he's just getting free from the tentacly, slimy mass of flesh, he will talk to Crail. Oh, Crail, you should get out of here, or he's going to grab you again. And he would like to use bait and switch maneuver to give himself bonus AC. And this would be 4 bonus AC to me. And switching spaces with Crail.
Ah!
And since this is basically movement action, I can still use my action to attack, and Gnassi would try and make an unarmed attack towards the creature with a nat 1 to hit. Haha!
From now on, nat 20s, I think. You try to hit it with your unarmed attack. You seems too many limbs everywhere, you're just wailing, and you're hitting something, but nothing really of the substance. And that is your turn.
That is
exchange your places.
Brace's goodness. Yeah.
Yes. Hiya!
Cedric, you continue hearing them apparitions chant a little bit more, and apparitions themselves disappear, but the chant remains.
Okay, Cedric's gonna peer out, spotting a little beastie just past Crail and Gunus, and Cedric is gonna wave his hands around and he's going to cast Hex on the beastie, and I'm going to choose strength ability checks as disadvantage for the beastie. And bonus action, I will once again hide. And that'll be my turn as Cedric disappears from this mortal realm.
Thank you very much, Cedric.
Pelagus is holding it and says, "Shouldn't we run? Shouldn't we get out of here? Guys!
We need to end this thing.
I'm afraid he will end this. Look at this thing. I never seen anything like this in my life." And he seems debating running or not, but he prepares an action.
Finn is gonna agree with Pelagius. She's gonna say, guys, I don't think we can take this. I think we should leave.
Not a single chance we will run this time. You say so. We're here to eradicate this evil and give some rest to Rose and Thor.
We can't eradicate any evil if we're dead.
Continue to chant. Finn, what is your action?
Finn turns to Tard and says, Tard, when I became a tiefling, my belly button changed from an innie to an outie, and she lifts up her shirt and shows him her belly button, giving him bardic inspiration. And she...
Jesus Christ.
Technically, should she even have a belly button?
For my action, she just says to the guy across the room, Your mother is so ugly. She makes onions cry. And then she turns to the rest of the group and says, you guys are so dumb. But I'll die with you.
You cast Vicious Mockery. 10. It fails.
Woo!
Nice.
And 3 points of psychic damage he takes. He looks just almost as good as new, and it will try to attack Nussi since he almost blindly moves forwards, tries to attack Nus.
Oh, that misses.
With natural 1 disadvantage, he misses him terribly. Second attack also goes to Gnus.
Oh, that's...
Reaction! Intercept with my shield. I'm going to remove the damage by 1d10 plus my proficiency of 2. Yeah! Not today!
Ooh!
Whoa.
It absorbs all the damage with Crail's shield. Wow!
Thank you,
Looks so
Crail.
good.
Oh, holy shit.
It's not a broom, of course. It's just a ominous, destructive, evil of evilness. But not the broom, of course. Tard. Seemingly that Gnus and Crail steadily stands its grounds against towering creature.
By heaven's sake, today does not die we die. I will cast Blessing on Cedric, Crail, and Ganusi.
For 1 minute, you are
Thank you.
blessed to attack rolls or saving throws. And do you move or do anything extra, Tard?
No, I will just concentrate on this and... Come on, guys! You can do it! Do your things!
You hear Tardish shouting from the altar, "You can do it!" And casting an inspiration for you guys. Oh, bless.
Feeling vitalized by this holy energy and wanting to prove Finn wrong, I'll slash at this thing with my longsword.
Slashing with your longsword. That's definitely a hit.
I'm gonna use a divine smite on this thing. 2d8 extra points of radiant damage unless this thing happens to be undead.
It has undead features as well, yes.
If this thing's undead, I do an extra 1d8. Do you permit me to do one of these?
Yes. Yes.
Okay then.
It's 12 damage. That's total 19 points of damage.
And this is all magical in case that matters.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. That definitely took out some limbs, and just you see as a part of the rotten arm drops off, and part of the thigh But the creature still looks good, but this one at least noticeable damage to this creature. Do Crail do anything extra?
No. Crail will hold the line. End of turn.
As all this is happening, Gnas was looking very intensely at the creature, and throughout this looking at the creature, did he manage to ascertain if the creature is just big or like completely towering over him, just gigantic?
It's very large creature.
Okay, no, that's actually yes. Then does the creature? Okay, no. Yeah, actually, just Gnassi would try to grab and just tear off one of the tentacles or just loose pieces of flesh that are dangling from the creature.
Okay, you try to grapple it.
No, actually, if I hit, I would, but I rolled
another
a
natural one.
My boy!
Wow.
Yes,
that's good.
That's the end.
Just continue exactly the same flailing and just punching something air. The part of the hand that just Crail snatched, he punched that one. Nothing he can hit that has any substance. Cedric.
Since at the end of Cedric's last turn, he rolled a 24 on his stealth, a streaking bolt of eldritch energy crosses the room with a d4 of bless.
That is with advantage. It hits.
For a whopping 1 point of force damage plus a 1d6 of necrotic damage for a whopping 2 points of damage. And then Cedric
in total.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cedric's going to move a fair bit closer, and then bonus action, Cedric is going to hide for a 7. And that's the end of Cedric's turn.
Jesus Christ, what is these rolls? Okay, Plagueis is confused, wants to run, but he still remains and holds the door. Finn, you see as Cedric mounted the really precise hit, but almost like a snap the finger of 20 or 40 that comes out from this creature, and when it continues to move, does not feel affected at all. What do you do, Finn?
She calls to Pelagius. You can let go now. You can come help. And
I'm not sure about this.
Come help or we'll sacrifice you.
DM, I have a question. Sorry to interrupt. Is the monster still stood on the bonfire?
Yes, it does. Do give me a number. Actually, I didn't do last time. Dex saving throw. It failed.
So that's 6 points of fire damage.
Finn looks at the creature and she casts a new spell called Fairy Fire. So each object in the 20-foot cube is outlined in blue, green, or violet. She chooses violet. And and it's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, dexterity saving throw is successful.
Okay, she's gonna curl up into a little ball. And that's her turn.
Are you going prone?
No, just low enough so that it's between prone and not prone.
It's a standing curl.
Okay.
Fuck it, she goes prone.
Ooh, okay. Let's do a prone position for you. She's still here. Creature continues to attack. As you see a Gnus over you, lots of maybe 10 hands forms in the kind of fist or a big hand with limbs attached and poking out and try to slam you once. And as you trying to avoid that slam, another coming from the side. First attack from the top.
Okay, I am going to use my shield shield emblem to reduce that down to a normal
second time you use it,
thing for 18 instead of being
takes from a
being a crit.
natural critical attack to a simple attack that still causes 18 points of damage.
Yes. 18. Yes.
Sorry, can I just interject for a second? The slam attack, is that strength?
Yeah, but it's not a check. It's not ability check.
Correct. Thank you.
Another attack against... Oh, wrong. Against Gnus, 14. Gnus?
Hold on.
Ooh. Okay.
I think 14 just hits.
Causing 20, in total 38 points of damage.
Yes. I am down. Gnus is down.
Gnus is down.
DM, can I get another dexterity saving throw, please?
Yes. Finn, roll me a insanity check. Dexterity. Ooh, another 6 points of damage. Take out from 9, lower it to... No, it should be... Now it should be okay, because I see you did not add 1, but you would lose now 1 anyway. Alright, you see as Gnus falls from the first attack already saved kind of from the Crail, and then managed to avoid at least part of the damage. The second one just slams the Gnusi and just like crushes him into the water and is submerged under the water as the creature moves in on top of it and engulfs Gnus. Gnus is not visible. Pulled inside the flesh.
Wasn't it an action? And didn't it already use its action to like?
It's then it's an attack. I don't think you can escape while being.
Both attacks. Both attacks have to hit. It says if both attacks hit a medium.
Both did hit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Tard. As soon as the creature with one limb, with one big fin kind of crushes it, the whole body just moves over the Gnusi.
Oh shit, it's a creature with my shot that I can see. Fin, I think that a piercing on that belly button Arauti will be raped. And he will rush towards this thing, will use his bardic inspiration to shove prone this thing.
You need first grapple it, then shove prone.
You can just shove something prone as a
it's a special attack.
Oh, okay, you can try now.
I can. What I can use for this? Okay, acrobatics or athletics?
Roll athletics.
No, I will try to use acrobatics.
You can't. You need to use athletics for.
Yes.
I do have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But hey, they got a nat 1. You've got your bardic inspiration, so another d4. So you get 2.
No, I already have advantage, plus the bardic inspiration. So. Because
that's not advantage. It's another die, but he fails.
It's a
critical.
It's a strength check.
Oh yeah, that's no. He would have disadvantage. He would not have advantage again.
Well,
but anyway, it's a critical failure.
And I rolled
even if very whimsical, probably it was too focused on Gnus. You managed to push it prone.
Does it drop Gnus? Can I see Gnus?
It does not.
Anything?
It does not. No, you don't notice on your turn. You just managed to just pull. It's lots of limbs. Maybe one of it was Gnus's limb, but you don't notice, at least for now.
If I jump inside this thing, can I see them?
You can try to jump, but that I would say that would be an action. Instead of pushing it prone, you could try to get inside him or force yourself inside him with this roll.
No, I want him prone.
Okay. What's now? I'm going to hit it with advantage. 20 total for a 11 points of slashing. Yeah. While my psychic weapon's up, my attacks are all magical. And I'm also exuding light.
Our creature now feels that it has some damage, but it's still very powerful, still very active, still very devouring, engulfing everything in its path.
The moment I get a crit, I'm using it to divine smite this thing into hell.
That's a turn. Gnus, private death saving throw. Cedric.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Cedric is going to peer around the pillar he's stood at, and he's going to mutter to himself, "Absolutely not." And then he looks the creature dead in the eye, and he says the word, "Retreat." And I need a wisdom saving throw for the command spell.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, interesting.
Do I have something on death saving throw?
You've got blessed. That will add a 1d4 to it.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you very much.
A 16 is a success. So Cedric is going to move even closer by 10 feet. He's going to duck around a pillar, and then bonus action, hide for a natural 20, and once again Cedric disappears from this plane of reality.
Nice.
Behind this stone pillar, Alagu screams, "We need to get out of here! We need to get out of here!" Let me see something. Okay, that's...
We'll not flee while that thing has Gnus.
Seems to be still standing and holding the thing. Finn. Not prone.
Finn uses half her movement to get up, the other half to plant herself directly in front of the thing. She just stands in front of it and opens her mouth and screams, "Ah!" as she reaches her hands in and just tries to grab blindly for Gnus, just blinded by terror. Absolute disregard for her safety. All she cares about at this moment is reaching and grabbing Gnus.
Okay, give me a grappled roll, athletics. You try to kind of just push yourself inside, try to uncover, push the limbs, push the plantish tentacles away. But you are just a bard. You not excel at strength. Don't manage. It moves too fast, too strong, too big.
And then she says to Crail, "Stop trying to get them to fight this. We've got to grab Gnus and get out of here."
We need to cut Gnus free.
Yes, okay, let's go.
It's the only way to get him out.
Okay, let's cut Gnus free and get out of here. We can't fight this. And Gnus just turns back to the mound and says, "Gnus, if you could hear me, we love you. Hang in there, Gnus." I cast Bardic Inspiration on him.
You can try to do that, but give me your Bardic Inspiration description. You will probably would know that the creature other than yourself, you see, that can hear you. You probably know that unconscious people not good with listening. They say that talk to them while they're in a coma, but...
Yeah, she's not really in her right mind. She's just screaming at him.
Hey, you try to scream. Good for you. Okay, Gnus, I did not get your roll.
You did.
Oh yeah, I did go through your roll,
Yeah.
yes. Very good. Yes. Dart push him, shove him prone. The creature stands up. with half of his movement and tries to do 2 slams. Yeah, both on Tard, as the one who just pushed him from while it was not paying attention. 14 does not hit. 25.
I'm going to use my reaction once more to use my shield to try and block the hit. 3 points of damage less.
Managing to get 6 damage. Once again, Crail managed to deflect part of the incoming aggressive attack. You get only 6 points of damage. Tard. No, you don't need to make any 6.
Oh, it's for the concentration.
Oh, yeah, sure. Tard.
Oh, fuck. When Finn tried to pull Ganus out, he didn't saw anything. There is any arm or whatever from Ganus.
Time to time, you see as like leg of Ganus pops out, but it's not often. Just maybe you saw it a couple times already, as all of it's kind of moving inside of itself.
Can I cast a spell that requires line of sight if I am seeing this?
Probably that would not be successful, or that would be really hard.
And what about the touch spell? Can I like touch the Ganus
Again,
when he's...
Again, that would be just a small chance. It would be a dice roll for me. It's a small chance if you notice if it pops out or not. It seems that it's trying to keep it a little bit deeper to the center.
Yeah, I will shove it prone again.
Unsuccessfully.
Yep, I will hit it with the
spiritual weapon.
with the spiritual weapon.
And that is a miss.
Okay.
Crail
is
everything
going.
fails around you.
Crail's going to drop his long sword and try to reach, if he can, in and wrestle Gunnis free.
Right. Since you don't see it, you should... Yeah, you try to basically somehow from outside to get to Gnus. Or you try to get inside him and get him.
Try and pull him out from the outside.
From outside. That would take a couple turns. First successful, just grapple it and open up. And then either you or somebody else to pull him out.
Very well. Good luck.
Another roll.
11.
11 is successful.
Oh. Gunnis, get out of there. That's my turn.
Gnus, do your magic. Cedric, in private, of course.
Oh, but of course.
Cedric is going to magically appear from around the stone pillar, step towards the beastie, plunging his... Actually, he's going to circle around the beastie. He circles around the creature. He's going to plunge his hands in, following the track of Crail's hands to where Crail's aiming, and he's going to try and latch on to Gunnos.
Right, to give another athletics roll. 18 to beat. Too small, and you yeah.
And bonus action, disengage, and for the last 5 feet of my movement, I step 5 feet back.
Nice. Okay, Finn is up against the big giant creature. It's towering over her, but it's got her friend. So she, for her move, she's basically just going to reach her arms in. She doesn't care if she gets hurt. She just reaches in and she just wants to grab Gunnos. That's all she cares about. And she yells, "Gunnos, hang in there, we've got you!"
9. You manage to push away at least some of the tentacles, some of the limbs, and for you, Crail and Tard, you see a leg or 2 legs of Gnus At the same time, as you like open up a little bit or grab a couple opportunistic moments where it's a little bit more open spaces, you manage to stuck it and it's not closing. You see Gnosis laying with the tentacles around him, and in front of his head, you see a baby.
Oh, ew, God. Okay,
crying.
Finn sees this and wishes she didn't see this. Whew. Okay, she looks over at Tard and says, Tard, goodness needs us right now. Come on. Warriors of good chaos, we've got this. And gives him bardic inspiration.
Alright. Bardic inspiration to Tard as the creature. Since you holding it, he will try to slam you, Finn. 16. Does it hit?
Yes.
Shield interpose. 11 less damage.
Ooh, 9 damage only.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, Crail.
22. And then it's 16 damage. The creature squeezes past Tard and Crail and engulfs Finn now, spitting out lifeless body of Gnusi on the ground. Tard.
Lifeless or unconscious?
Well, not really sure, it's under the water now.
Chances are to be taken. I will use the Balm of Peace, and I will touch Ganus' body, Crail, everyone, regaining 2d6 plus 3. No, 2d6 plus 4 to each. $14 to everyone, and I will jump right behind, to Finn. Like to when I see him golfing at her, I will throw myself into the.
You try to jump in after the Finn?
Yeah, to try to touch her.
I would not allow it. It's not really possible like that. It just towers on top of it. Would not be able to touch it as it submerges inside of him.
Okay, is Ganusi breathing?
Yes, if you heal him 14, he is breathing, he is awake, he is prone, but he's conscious now.
I will use my bonus action to hit this damage.
Right? That's a miss. Jesus Christ. Crail.
Crail will quickly pick up his longsword and strike at this thing once again.
That's a hit.
21 for 10 points of slashing damage. Magical.
It shrieks, but still alive and well. But definitely it's damaged by now. It's less than it was before. Finn, you do see a baby right in your face as you like a salmon just squeezed together, and you see baby kind of like sleeping, and it's a bunch of the fingers is holding it, and it's like kind of mimics sometimes and seems like it's look at you, but it's almost like it's sleeping while holded by like the tens of fingers. Goodness, you're waking.
Yes.
Smell like poop.
Half of Gnosis' movement, he'd like to stand up and then like grasping for air, he will just use the second wind to heal himself as a bonus action. For 8. Okay, and then he still has 15 feet of movement, and he will use his action to disengage and move 15 feet in this direction. just still grasping for air and kind of stumbling as he goes, and then as he's coming closer to the wall, he just grasps the pillar and the elevated surface and leans over it. And he's still choking, like coughing up whatever was inside this thing.
Goodness, that thing has Finn.
Ignas just focuses his eyes, but he's still coughing. End of turn.
Cedric holds out his hand towards the creature, snaps it shut again, and casts Sapping Sting. Please give me a Constitution saving throw. Bugger. Cedric is going to back up these steps, swing around a column, and bonus action, Cedric's going to hide for a 15.
Right. Finn, what you gonna do?
Finn is still just being crushed by like the mouth and the insides of this disgusting beast, and she's and she's gonna try and just like swim out, basically using her arms and her legs.
Okay, give me a acrobatics or athletics
I'll roll acrobatics.
roll while you're trying to escape.
4.
It's unsuccessful.
Okay, so she's just struggling, and it's not getting anywhere. And she's staring at this baby that's presumably the dead baby. And the only comfort is that it's her in here right now and not Gnus. And she just struggles on.
Creature looks to try to. Yeah, Crail was most annoying, most hurtful. Tries to slam at him.
Okay, that's a hit. That's a miss.
That's a miss. 11 bludgeoning damage.
And let me do a con save. My magic shield's down.
Tard.
Then I will go with Toll the Dead and Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Of the dead,
Ooh.
natural 1.
Takes 12.
Receives 12 necrotic damage. Righty.
Plus.
Is that your turn?
It is prone, or the icon is.
Yeah, you have advantage, but that still misses.
Yeah?
Crail is gonna begin moving around, hoping it's still tracking him. With whatever this thing has for eyes, is gonna strike it with his longsword. Oh, so close to a crit.
That's a hit.
God, that's a disappointing amount of damage.
Yes, it is. 1.
I can't. I'm gonna screw it. Time is of the essence. I'm gonna use my divine smite on it now.
Divine smite.
12 points of radiant damage.
Total 16 points of damage. Creature does not look that good anymore, but it's still powerful to take his attacks and hurt someone.
Hang in there, Deadly.
Finished? Gnusy. We keep shouting that for Finn or Deadly to hang in there. It seems that she's in the same position as you are.
Gnus still kind of grasping for her, but hearing that Finn needs help, he's like, I'm coming. Oh my god. And he will,
That's what she said.
he would like to move towards the creature, and as he's moving towards the creature, he'd like to say to Tartart, move over, I will find her. And he will use Bite and Switch on Tart, expending 5 feet of movement to swap places with him, and he will add the 8 to his armor, so 6 plus 6 to my AC. And then as an action, Seeing the mighty blow from Crail, he would expend his attack action to use a commanding strike. Let me really quickly pin that. Where is it? Trip attack. Yes. Using both bonus action and a action to say to Crail, finish it. I believe in you.
Empowered by the words of Krell's gonna bring round his longsword once more to strike at this thing.
And add a superiority die,
That's a hit.
that's 6.
13 points of damage.
Ooh, that is alright. Creature visibly looks worse and worse as parts of it just keeps on falling apart. Cedric.
Cedric previously rolled a 15 on his stealth, so he's really hoping that he's feeling very nimble. He peers around the stone column and just give me a second. That is my bless. A streak of eldritch energy streams out. Does a 16 hit?
And goes over the head, or over the creature. Barely misses it.
Bonus action, Cedric's gonna hide for a 9.
Everything fine. Alright, Finn, Constitution saving throw. As being squeezed inside of the creature. That is a fail.
Oh, the one time I want to succeed on these.
You get 15 points of damage.
Ouch! And with that, Finn just falls unconscious in the belly of the beast.
And give a death saving throw as a private roll.
Gotcha. Fuck. Oh no.
It stands up, towers over Crail. It seems it's pissed as chants continue to echo. One must die! One must die! And he hits Crail with 10.
No, he doesn't again.
Tries one more time, and it fails. Tard, is your turn.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Ooh, another max damage.
Ooh. Wisdom saving throw. If he fails, he receives 12 damage.
Nice.
And it fails.
And then let's go for the...
That's another hit. Jesus. Yeah, the creature does not look good at all. It's barely probably holding whatever he's holding inside.
whatever body's holding inside. Okay.
Crail.
Hopefully Krell's gonna bring this thing to heel with another mighty blow from his longsword.
Mighty blow it is, though the creature still stands. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Goodness.
Okay, Inus is just trying to get Finn out, and he's trying to rip through the fleshy tendrils and whatever is covering this creature. And he's throwing his shield away, and he's performing a melee attack against the creature for a goddamn not a great amount. Yes, that misses.
And it's
yes,
a miss as
action
well.
surge. Another unarmed attack.
Nice.
This one hurts, so that's 5 damage.
5 damage. You see as lots of the limbs just falling down, the leaves, the tentacles is releasing whatever it's holding inside. Creature still stands.
Yes, use my last superiority die to swap places with Tart and add a d8 to my AC.
Once again, Cedric spins around the column. +1 on bless. He lets out a Eldritch Blast for a natural 20, plus Hex, plus Fury of the Small. Cedric peers around, sees his newly found teammates struggling like mad with this ferocious little beastie. And try as they might, they haven't been able to subdue it, and it keeps pounding his teammates into the dust. And Cedric reaches back, curling his hand into a fist, and a negative spectrum of light first appears in his eyes, separating through his veins, channeling down into his hand, and a huge crackling aura of eldritch energy leaps from his fist, going straight into the very centre of the creature.
And you see after your hit, you puncture somewhere inside it as it gulps at your force damage. You see it starts to move a little bit, tries to kind of like pulsating, convulsing, and the creature just falls apart, revealing Finn.
Cedric will quickly trot down the stairs, wading through the beastie and attempting to grab hold of Finn. And if we are out of combat, the first thing Cedric does is lays his hands on Finn's cheeks, either side of her face, and he's going to cast Spare the Dying.
If we're out of combat, Crail would lay his hands on Finn and heal her 15 points of health with lay on hands.
The creature is dead. The chanting disappeared.
Is she alive?
Suddenly, the chanting stopped. You heard as the creature fell, the last gasp of the baby cry. And now it's all silence in the dungeon.
Crail will attempt to offer his hand to Finn to help her up.
Finn takes Crail's hand, and she just looks him in the eye and just kind of nods before turning her gaze to Gnos. Last time she saw him, she was convinced he was dead, and she just, blank expression, just walks over to him and doesn't say a goddamn word. She just wraps her arms around him and just rests her head on his shoulder and just breathes.
Gnash just stands her, not holding her back, but after like a couple of seconds, 5 or 6, he slightly hacks her back and pats her on the back.
Brother.
Ooh.
God. Fuck.
Cedric is going to take about 5-10 feet back. He's going to turn his back on the group, put his hand up against a stone wall, and he's going to vomit.
As you guys standing there, it's odd that suddenly, like moments ago, it seems death is imminent and actually someone gonna die, but now a fresher air, and it seems to can relax. Like Gnus just was on the verge of death, or Finn was on the verge of death.
Cedric's going to take a moment to collect himself, rubbing his hand over his mouth. Turns around and he's got very obvious tears in his eyes, looking at the group as they're composing himself. Then he looks down at the dead creature and he throws his hand out, and then his next hand, and then his next hand, and he keeps firing eldritch blasts into the creature, with a very visible look of rage in his eyes.
Another like pulsating stuff just pops out. It's like popping a sit, but it does not react to you.
I think we should burn the house now.
I think we should burn this fucker. And Cedric pulls out his hand, clicks his fingers, and casts bonfire, and the creature starts to burn. Wait! And Cedric looks up at Crow. You want to burn this place? And a very small, kind of gallows humour grin goes over Cedric's face. You've changed your tune.
This thing, he gestures with his short sword, this was in the lowest depth of the basement, and the heart of whatever this ritual was. Maybe now, burning the house will destroy it.
Just give me a moment. And as Cedric steps over to the mound of stuff that the creature emerged from, he kind of parts his hand, and the bonfire that's on the mound sputters out and disappears, and Cedric's gonna start rifling through whatever is there.
You do find, of course, lots of nastiness, but in the pile of it, you see a dead baby.
Cedric is blocking the team's view, and his shoulders kind of sag, and then he starts to kind of spoon the mound back over the dead baby, and without turning, Crail, come here!
Crail walks over.
Without making eye contact, it's Walter, the baby. It's his body underneath my hands, and Cedric is keeping his hands pressed down over the mound. Should we do something, or should we destroy it?
We should see if he too had a coffin in the crypt prepared for him. I doubt that he wanted to become this thing.
Right, well, the thing is, I'm not really good with death, and this is freaking me the fuck out, so I'm about to stand up in about 5 seconds, and I'm gonna walk away, and we're gonna pretend that everything's okay, and don't tell the others. And without looking, Cedric just slowly pulls his hands back and walks off, and he's got a very faint expression on his face. He is very swaying in his movements, goes over to a stone pillar, and has a little panic attack.
Crail will take his bedroll out of his backpack and wrap baby Walter up in it.
Guys, what are you doing over there? Can we leave now?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes,
Cedric wants to go and pick a fight with Pelagus. But at the moment, Cedric is just pressed up against the stone pillar, collected himself, being filled with absolute rage.
Gnas just whispers under his breath, Pelagius Druidus the Third.
As the group are moving through the chamber with the 13 random items, as Cedric's passing each item, they erupt in flame as he continues to cast bonfire and starts destroying everything.
Yes, Cedric! I can't believe we're finally fucking doing this! Let's burn this bitch down! Ah, I love our family. Warriors of good chaos for life.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Stories from the Misty Tavern featuring the Warriors of Good Chaos. The Warriors of Good Chaos are Rick from the UK as Cedric, Simon from Poland as Gnus, Nito from Chile as Tard, James from the UK as Crail, Nicole from Canada as Finn, and Minda from Lithuania as our Dungeon Master. To view a full 4-hour live stream from this week's session, containing a richer and more in-depth account of the story, map, tactics, secrets, and deleted scenes, please check out our YouTube using the handle @Warriors of Good Chaos. Special thanks to Ywolf for allowing us to use their cover of Saffron's Curse by Cradle of Filth for our intro song. For more by Ywolf, you can visit them online at www.ywolfofficial.bandcamp.com. For more from the Warriors of Good Chaos, you can follow our Instagram, which is @Warriors of Good Chaos, or you can follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Warriors of Good Chaos. The Warriors of Good Chaos do not own any of the Curse of Strahd locations, NPCs, and all copyrighted materials belong to Wizards of the Coast. On behalf of our team, thank you for tuning in.